Hey guys, Andrew here, back with another point. This video is going to be based on the topic of teacher and student because um, a lot of people associate with one of the two things. They associate with either the teacher and the student, and I want to kind of share my point of view on what the student and teacher actually are. And so, usually when you think of a teacher, you think of the person who sat in front of your class. I mean, some of us have like business mentors and economics mentors and, stock market mentors and stuff, and that's a teacher too. But all that those people in the teacher title, teacher position do, and what they have in common is that they're trying to tell you something. It's that simple. They're trying to tell you something. And I mean, just real quick on a side note, in the same way, you can teach yourself by telling yourself something. You can say, hey, you know, don't eat so much sugar. And then you're being your own teacher. And, you have to be a good student at the same time and be like, all right, don't eat so much sugar. Let me not forget that and let me actually hold on to it and use it. And so, I like to think of myself as my own teacher because I was too stubborn for the most part to listen to my principal or my teachers or my parents. For the most part, they all freaking hated me because they tried sharing advice with me and I was too stubborn to take it. And the reason for that is because, I was my own teacher for the most part growing up. And so, you need to be aware that you can be the teacher or the student at any time. It's just the title that you give yourself in that moment. And a lot of teachers are on like a bit of a power trip. They're like, oh, I know everything. I'm just gonna rant and rant and rant and teach and teach and teach. But they're not ever gonna be a good teacher unless they're also a good student, because in order to have knowledge to share, you have to be a good student. So it's like, until they take time to be a student for however long, they're not going to be a good teacher. And that's why anybody who is trying to teach you and doesn't have figures to show, if you're talking business and economy, or if you're talking just like a school teacher, they're going to have a degree. They have to have some sort of proof that says, I do know what I'm talking about. And at that point, they become a teacher, and with that title, people are willing to listen to them. But don't forget that everybody can be a teacher, and that teacher can also be taught. And so that's kind of like a teacher. And a student, he's always that kid that just like sits there and listens. You're like, hey man, I don't know for sure, but I think that you should get this. You're just talking like, take your kid out to get clothes at a store, and you're like, I'll get you whatever you want, but I think you should get this. And they're just like, yeah, okay. And they give it a shot, they give it a try. And being a student requires, one, that you listen, and two, that you apply the knowledge. And everybody learns different. Some people are auditorial learners or hands-on learners or whatever, but if you have the both and you're listening and you're putting things into action, then you're going to be a lot more prone to learning the skill that you're trying to be taught. And so, yeah, that's pretty much it. This is a lot shorter of a video, but it's just on this channel, I want to be sharing kind of things that are universal, that can be applied universally to every topic and every scenario and stuff like that. And so, if you're a good student and you're willing to listen to what I have to say, then you'll probably be able to get a lot out of it. But, yeah, there's not too much to add. I mean, we all know what a student is and we all know what a teacher is. I just wanted to make it very clear that it's not student-teacher, and then you are either a student or teacher. No, it's you're right here. The teacher or the student is the person you teach, and the teacher is the person who teaches you. And, if you want to be a good student, you have to listen, and if you want to be a good teacher, you have to first have knowledge to share. And then not only that, but you have to know how to explain something to people in an organized manner, give them tests, give them experiments, give them hands-on and auditorial ways to learn what you have to say, and that way they'll actually catch on to what you're saying. And yeah, that's how you be a teacher. Alrighty, guys. See you later. Merry Christmas if you're watching this at the same time I'm posting it. If not, just have a good day. Peace out.